Kevin's log, Ourdate, 07/19/2025. I got a little bit done. I was trying to get more than that, but it's probably not really enough of a slope, but again, doing what I can with what I got, so. Got tied up for a little bit of time with a phone call, and got a guy wanting to buy some firewood, which I don't know if I'm going to actually sell it to him or not, because he's wanting to buy it for 75 bucks a cord, and I said, you know, you pay up front for 3 cords, I'll go ahead and do it. Silly bunny. And he's like, yeah, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to bring a buddy of mine down. We're going to get a bunch of stuff's dying. We're going to get a bunch. We're going to try to get all 3 cords, or all 3 loads, half cords, at one time. Oh, it's a disaster. Well, shit. Certainly not spending enough time cleaning stuff, am I? I generally wash the dishes when she's at work, but been pretending to work on that. So, you know, he wants to make sure he gets all the wood. I want to make sure I get all the money. That's totally reasonable. You know, I remember the day when you could just say, yeah, let's do it. You want 3 cords? I'll sell it for this much. But ever since that guy, and I was buying firewood at this time. This was about 4 or 5 years ago, when I wasn't doing much tree work. And I had a truck that I didn't really need. And he's like, oh, my old truck, you know, it needs so much work and it's hard to get it down, you know, whatever. And I was like, I got a truck. It's got a transmission leak, but runs great. You'll have to repair one of the shocks. Shock mount rusted off. Same thing that happened to the Dakota. And he's like, really? He's like, you want to trade for it? And I was like, I'll tell you what, you bring me 7 cords of wood, or 7 loads, not even 7 cords. And he wasn't even bringing me half a cord at a time, because he had a truck box in the back. He's like, yeah, 7 loads. Yeah, I'll do that. And he says, I'll bring you a load tomorrow night. And then this guy I was dealing with for probably 2 years. Nice enough guy. I didn't have any problem with him. So he comes by, drops off a load of wood. I hand him the keys. Never heard from him again. Called him. His phone was disconnected. Well, son of a bitch. So, unfortunately, shit like that happens. So anyway, I am sweating my ass off again. I've got to tear down, let's see, I've got 2 up, 13, 11. I got to tear up. Well, I got to tear them up. 11 of these to get the 2x4s off of them, so I can put them up there. Then I'm going to have to patchwork this stuff, which I think I've already mentioned that. Just get as much done as I can. And then when the guy comes and picks up the wood, I'm splitting it with Kenny, so it's still only a little over $100 a piece. But still, that's at least 6 sheets of OSB. That'll cover 1, 2, 3, a little bit. Over half. That'll do the back and one side, so it'll do half. So, did have to go get screws today because I ran out. But yeah, I just got to tear 11 of these down. And I started tearing that one down, but it's got a broken, the 2x4 is broken. So I can't use it. So, just need 12.5 foot 2x4s. And then I guess I'll get a 2x10 or something to run through the middle of it to, kind of support it. Since these are all, I can only get about 12-ish, not even 12 foot. It's like 11.5 feet out of these 2x6s. I don't have a tape measure. I think they're 2x6s. I can't judge. There might be 2x8s. I think they're 2x6s. Actually, they might be 2x8s. I'm terrible at this. I am just plain awful at this. Screw it. Now I got to know. See how... Good grief. Cleared some of this out of the way so I can actually walk in this way now. But eventually this is what it's going to be like. Once I skin this with metal, this one and the one next to it, we're going to run a straight across, 10-foot beams across, and then just skin the whole thing. And this, I'm going to try to mate it up to this. So that, if I never made that clear, that's what I'm going to do. Tape measure, tape measure, tape measure. Where did I put? Okay, let's grab the crappy one. Doesn't matter as long as it measures, right? Now I'm wondering if I left my other tape measure outside. Do a 6. Okay. All right. I feel better now. Anyway, that's all I got. So, Bumbling Full signing off.